So the first of 3 semi-finals in the men's 200 meters. Here's the lineup for the first semi-final. 9 in this one. Isaac Makwala ran that solo effort to qualify. He's the fastest man in the world this year. He's in 1. Simbine of South Africa in 4. Nathaniel Mitchell-Blake of Great Britain. Isaiah Young in 7. Rashid Dwyer, the Commonwealth champion, out in 9. Absolutely loaded, and you'd expect nothing less. Dwyer trying to keep warm here, the Commonwealth champion. Pan American silver, his best, 19.80. Yet to go inside 20 seconds, and despite the unfamiliarity of the cold, he'll have to get out hard. Shota Isuza, World Junior champion 7 years ago, got a relay silver in Rio last year. Brutal qualification here with only 2 going through. Isaiah Young won his heat and looked good. Second in Monaco in the Diamond League, so he's coming into some good form here. Kyle Groh, semi-finalist of the Pan American Games in 15 and the Commonwealth Games in 14. 21.9, his lifetime best coming this season. Nathaniel Mitchell-Blake, 20.08 in his heat. Semi-finalist last year in Rio. Can he harness the enthusiasm of the crowd and make the final? Akani Simbine, 5th in the 100 last year and this year. Was a roommate of Van Niekerk's last year in Rio. Maybe some of the golden touch of his compatriot will rub off on him. Filippo Tortu, European junior champion over 100 meters. Teenager, what a moment and what a stage for him. 2034. Well, we're used to seeing lane 2 as the tightest inside lane here. David Lima, semi-finalist in the Europeans last year over 200, but right on the inside is the fastest man in the world this year, going through that familiar pre-race ritual. A few words to someone up top and a few words to himself, just to get that focus. He wears that distinctive luminous right sleeve. Huge field here. Makwala in 1, Lima 2, Tortu 3, Simbine South Africa 4, Mitchell-Blake 5, Groh 6, Young 7, Izuka 8, Dwyer, Jamaica on the outside in 9. Can Makwala cope with the deep pools of water and that tight inside line to make the final? First 2 guaranteed a place in the big showdown. Tough conditions here and brutal qualification. Young is going well, 3rd from the left-hand side. Makwala storming through on Lima, but Isaiah Young running really well here. And look at Makwala on the far side. Mitchell-Blake going well in 3rd. Makwala takes it. Mitchell-Blake in 3rd, and Young, I think, got 2nd. So Mitchell-Blake will have to wait to see if he goes through as the fastest loser. Young got out really well there, but Makwala coming through on the inside. He was raising his arms in the air. Bit of confusion as to which of the 2 got it. Actually, Young was given the nod over Makwala. Mitchell-Blake was 3rd, but Makwala is in that final, and how well did he do there from lane 1?
Yeah, it's a great run from lane 1. In fact, I think the crowd have adopted him now, haven't they? They've seen him twice this evening. They gave him a big cheer as he came through there. It's a hard lane to run, especially when it's wet as it is, really. And Young got the overall verdict, but good on Makwala coming back again and making that final.
He started wonderfully well on the inside line, as did Mitchell-Blake, and of course Young. But look the way Makwala swept into the home straight. This is a man on a mission. Hence, when he crossed the finish line, he punched the air like it was a final. He was desperate to make the 200-meter final. Isaiah Young working hard for that, the American. He knew he'd have a challenge inside him, but Young takes it in 20.12. And Makwala there, what a shot, 20.14 seconds, splashing his way through the inside line. And the British athlete Mitchell-Blake, 20.19 seconds. That's good running from the British athlete. Will remain to be seen if it gets him through in the tough conditions. But semi-final number 1, well, we expected a lot, and they delivered.
Yeah, and we can be greedy in our lust for fast times, can't we? But in brutal conditions like this, with pools of water all over the track and driving wind and rain, that was good running. The American ran a fabulous first 100 metres, gave himself a brilliant platform, and actually the first 3 were miles clear of the rest. Isaiah Young and Isaac Makwala are in the final. Good running from the Botswanan in his second 200 metres in the space of 2.5 hours. Mitchell Blake, not too bad at all, 21.9 in the driving wind and rain. He'll have to wait to see if he makes it through as the fastest loser.
Second of the heats in the men's semi-finals. And we've got a chance to have a look at Johan Blake in this one. Well, all eyes will be on him now that the big man isn't in this. Bolt not running the 200 metres. So obviously a big opportunity for those that have been in the shadow in the past and now come into the light. There's Johan. Yellow vest, obviously there he is. Running in lane 7. We saw 9 athletes in that previously because of the inclusion of Makwala. I've never really seen 9 athletes before, Kath. I think it's been the first time for some time in the previous semi.
Right, it's not too often you have a 9-lane track that goes all the way around the 400-metre distance, is it? So we have to take advantage and get the 9 athletes in that first semi-final, but we're back to lanes 2 and 9 for the second semi, and this is a man to look out for as well.
Jareem Richards looked really, really good in qualifying. First in his heat, 20.05. Third in the NCAA Championship, Trinidad and Tobago champion. There's the lineup. Blake, as I said, going in 7. Richards in 5. Remember, it's just 2 to qualify. Really hard, really cutthroat qualifications for this semis. So there you are. Wilson, Hughes, King, Richards, Sami, Blake, Volko, who run really well actually in these qualifying in the 100 metres. He's here, and then Sunny Brown. I think Sunny Brown, this man here on the outside, is a real talent. Young Japanese athlete. Well, with Tokyo coming up as his next World Championships, they're going to be looking really good in the sprints and in the relays, as we've always seen. Here he is, double youth champion in the sprints in 2015. Japanese record holder at the 1 and 2. Well, on the inside of him, another youngster, Jan Volka of the Slovak Republic. Slovak record holder in the 1 and 2. European silver indoor medalist. And then the great Johan Blake. Sprint double silvers in 2012. Behind the great man himself. And at 2011 he became the youngest man ever to win the World Championships at the 100 metres. Shaking his shoulders. It is cold. Sydney Siemi of Zambia clocked 9.88 for the 100 at altitude in Lusaka. And this is the man I think may challenge Johan Blake. Jareem Richards, Trinidad and Tobago. Really looked very, very good in qualifying. Yep, he knows he's in great shape. And on the inside of him, Kareem King from Oregon University. Well, that's really a university that produces some great distance runners. Mo Farah's over there, but this man is very fast too. 4th in their trials. Zarnell Hughes, well, listen to this. The young Brit, just 22 years of age, 5th in the World Championships at 200 metres. Slide line with injury last year, but back now to great form. And just on the inside from Switzerland's Alex Wilson, transferred from Jamaica. Well, sometimes it's hard to make the Jamaican team, isn't it, really? Now he's running for Switzerland, semi-finalist in the 100 metres in these championships. Right. Just 2 through to the final. All eyes will obviously be on lane 7, and maybe there is a possibility that Jareem Richards could give this man a bit of a run for his money, but let's wait and see. They go down to their box. Second semi-final. Wilson, Hughes, King, Richards, Sami, Blake, Volko, Sunny Brown. Away cleanly. Blake's got a good start. He's very, very fast. Going well on the inside is Richards also. Coming out the outside, Sunny Brown of Japan running well. On the inside, you can see Richards now starting to pile it on. Richards is pouring away, 2 or 3 metres clear. Just to the inside of him, Blake running well. But on the outside, Sunny Brown getting that all-important second place. Well, Blake run out of it at the moment. Well, we said this man was good, and he really did show there. The winning time, 20.14. He really did come off that bend and had a 1 or 2 metre gap on everybody before he even started coming into the straight.
It was a good run. Jahream Richards concentrating on the 200 metres here. It's come through, a win for him of 20.14 seconds. The rest of the field were 3 tenths behind. So Mitchell Blake, the British athlete at the moment, looking good. Sunny Brown, though, the Japanese athlete, 20.43 seconds. He ran a tidy bend as well. At this point, King, the American, had gone through the first 50 metres well. But look at Richards. It really was a good run. Johan Blake never really got in the mix in terms of the top 2. He's run the 100 metres here. He's just missed a medal in that event. But the world number 2 of all time, Blake from Jamaica, struggling to maintain his form.
And Catherine, he's living very, very dangerously indeed, because he's the slowest of the fastest losers at the moment. Great run by Richards. But when you bear in mind you've got Webb, Van Niekerk, Lemaitre, Guliev and Talbot in that third semi-final, the chances of Blake making it through as a fastest loser are very, very slim. How good was that from Richards?
It's strange this year that the Jamaicans in the sprints, especially the men's, are not doing as well as we thought, really. Obviously, you know, it's something which they pride themselves on at the moment, but I thought that Blake would produce a better performance than that. Well, there's the result of that second semi-final. Great run from Jahream Richards, really tore away from everybody else. Sunny Brown came right through on the outside for Japan. Johan Blake, as Rob said, living very dangerously with his third semi-final to come.
So the start list for the third and final semi-final of the men's 200 metres. Wade Van Niekerk is back. He starts in lane number 6. Olympic bronze medalist Christophe Lemaitre in 8. And the impressive Daniel Talbot in between them in lane number 7 for Britain.
First 2 to qualify, plus 2 fastest times beyond those automatic qualifications.
So here's your 4 lineup then. That's Sakonas of Greece, 7 times the Greek champion at this event of 200 metres. He'll start in lane number 9. 20.37 seconds to qualify for this semi-final. Lane 8, Christophe Lemaitre of France, has hard fought bronze medals from 2 successive Olympic Games. 20.29 seconds this season, 1980 at his best 6 years ago. Lane number 7, the crowd will give a big roar for Danny Talbot. Great Britain, Northern Ireland, second at the UK Championships, but ran a personal best of 20.16 seconds to qualify, 8th on the UK all-time list now. And lane number 6, Wade Van Niekerk, the Olympic 400-metre champion, now twice a world champion over the 400-metre distance, looking for that very unique 200 and 400-metre double. He starts in 6. Lane 5, Amir Webb of the USA, the US champion this year. 20.09, an impressive 20.22 seconds in his heat. And then in lane number 4, also impressive in the heat, Ramil Guliev of Turkey, 20.16 seconds, equal fastest in this race from the heats, along with Danny Talbot in 7. The Turkish athlete, good lane draw in lane number 4. Lane 3 from the Ivory Coast, Wilfried Kofi, African champion of both sprints in 2014, 20.41 this season. And then completing the lineup in 2 from Guyana, Winston George, their record holder and the new South American champion at 400 metres. So lanes 2 to 9, the first 2 will get to the final tomorrow. Wade Van Niekerk in 6, Talbot in 7, Lemaitre in 8, Guliev of Turkey in 4. Wade Van Niekerk said he conserved energy last night in the 400-metre final. It was a little bit chilly for him, Well, it's not warm here tonight, and he's got to get himself in the top 2 to continue the assault of the 200 and 400 meter double. So it's a clean start in the rain. The American Webb going well in lane number 5. Webb's up on Van Niekerk at the moment. Tolbert's going well. Lemaitre, the French athlete's going well. And it's the American Webb in lane number 5. Gouliev's running well inside the American. Van Niekerk's got some work to do here. Well, unofficially 20.18 seconds. Ramil Gouliev of Turkey, well, he ran that 20.16 seconds, the impressive qualifying to get to this semi-final, and he ran a super race there. It really was a good run. Wade Van Niekerk had a little bit of work to do in the home straight. The American was running well in lane number 5 as well, Amir Webb, so we'll wait for the times to come through as Gouliev's confirmed in 20.17.
Do you know what, Catherine? I said to Steve at the start of that race that Gouliev is an underrated athlete. He is so good when he gets it right. The American, by the way, was by far the best starter, and we can now confirm Van Niekerk will make it as a fastest loser, which means that Johan Blake doesn't. But Gouliev ran really well there. Webb got right up on Van Niekerk on that bend, Catherine, and I think that might have contributed to the South African looking and maybe feeling tight.
Well, you can see the expression. It's hard to tell with the weather so bad, and I can promise you when you're sprinting with rain in your face, you're not going to look the best. But Van Niekerk's digging deep. He knows he's not in an automatic qualifying spot, and as Rob said, he has got through 20.28 seconds in 3rd. Amir Webb just ran out of steam in the last 20 metres, didn't he? But Gouliev, 20.17 seconds.
Well, 20.17 seconds in pouring rain. Really, really cold conditions on a wet track. That's got to be worth sub 20 coming the final. And as Rob said, really underestimating this man.
Well, he's run 19.88 seconds a couple of seasons ago. He's been under the magical barrier before, but it was impressive in the rain. And there's confirmation. Gouliev and Webb automatically through.
Well, I guess from a neutral's point of view, we do have, as we see a confirmation of the lineup for the final, we do have Makwala and we have Van Niekerk in that final, but Gouliev looking very, very impressive, and Van Niekerk won't have a decent choice of lanes.
Well, he won't, because the final will be seeded off your position of semi-final qualification. So Makwala will potentially get a better lane draw, but that is a 200-metre final to look forward to.